Happy 4th of July. Oh boy, you know, I woke up this morning and it rained. And I'm always telling people, it never rains. It never rains in Idaho from about April to October. I said, it's beautiful, blue skies. But today, July 4th, I wake up and it's raining. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it didn't stop. It didn't stop until about 4 o'clock, believe it or not. So once the rain stopped and the sun kind of poked out, I thought, I want to go fishing. And yesterday I was standing at the shore fly fishing, and that's not really going to work in a lake such as where I'm at right now. So, you know, I want to show you. I'm going to step up my, well, I don't know if I'm going to step up my game, but look at this here. You know, they say with age comes experience, experience, knowledge, knowledge, wisdom. Okay, so you're looking at two bags here. This bag, this is the U-boat. You see, obvious for the obvious reason. And this is the tube. This is a ring tube, if you will. And I bought this to go fishing at Silver Creek, which is a nice little meandering, beautiful, tranquil creek. And I came to learn that you don't want to use this at a place like Silver Creek, because at Silver Creek, you want to be able to stand up. And it's hard to get out of this and stand up, whereas in this, you can just stand up, basically. So anyway, I'm going to take this out onto the lake. This is my U-boat that I got on Facebook Marketplace. And instead of using a fly, this is my U-boat 2000. Instead of using a fly, I'm going to use a spinner. And you know, well, I'll tell you the story when I'm out on the lake. But right now, let's go out on the lake. The lake looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Just like glass. Wow. And there's my fellow campers out there. They're in their kayaks. And I could have taken my kayak, but you know, I want to try my U-boat with my Bucks Bags flippers. And I've got my little speaker there. So I'm going to get out there and see. I brought a big net, you see. I'm thinking positive. So I have a really big net. So we will we'll see how that turns out. So let's get out on the water. All right, so I'm ready to cast off, and I hope. Yeah, I'm assuming these are one size fits all, you know, and they're pretty tight. You wouldn't want to get out there in the middle of the lake and have a flipper come off. So let's see how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm wearing my fly fishing suit, or my wetsuit, or whatever it is you wanna call it. And I'm just gonna wade out into the water to the point where I can sit down in my U-boat. Might actually be better if I walk out backwards. I don't know. And I don't think I'm supposed to have a paddle with this thing. You see, I'm just gonna sit in there and kick my way out. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Now let's see if I can start kicking my way out. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Now I don't know how many knots per hour I'm going, but I am moving. Look at this. Yeah. I just gotta put on some music. Gotta put on some music, and then I'll be all set. Actually, you know what? Once you get out here, once you get into the water and you start kicking, it's pretty good. It's not bad at all. Wow, fantastic. All right, so we will we'll see if the fish are biting or not. You know, as I'm paddling out into the lake, I might as well tell you a story. And this reel is I believe it's a Shimano quick fire reel. And there's a beautiful story behind this. When I got out of the military, I was a medic. I was a medic in the military, I should say. And when I got out, I got a job working in a kitchen, doing cooking of all things. And this young girl there, young woman in the kitchen, suggested that since I was a medic that I do some in-home nursing. Well, long story short, I went to a nursing agency. They hired me, and they gave me a patient named Dick Maddox. And Dick was an auto mechanic all his life, and he was getting ready to retire. And as he was getting ready to retire, he bought this reel for his retirement. He loved to fish. Dick just lived to fish. Well, Dick, right before his retirement, had he had a procedure for a pituitary tumor, and they fried his optic nerves, bless his heart, and he went blind 2 weeks later. And I took care of Dick for 3 years, and we bonded. And when Dick passed, his wife, with tears in her eyes, said, "Dick wanted you to have something." And she went back to the back room in their small apartment and brought back this reel and said, "Dick wanted you to have this." And you know, I've never used it. Today is the first time that I've used this reel that Dick gave me. And Dick, if you're looking down on me, please make the fish bite. Okay? Now this is what I'm going to use. I'm using a spinner as opposed to a fly, and I'm hoping, as I put the camera up on my bill of my cap, I'm hoping that I know how to cast this thing. I've been fly fishing all this time, so I'm hoping that with this I'm going to be able to cast this out. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, I just gotta flip this little lever across here, and then whoops, oh, see, there you go. I messed up already. So let's see if I can't figure this out. It's just like I was fishing back in Cleveland. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm really going to have to get used to this. Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to hold the line, flip this like that. Oops, something like this. Oh, come on. I think it goes like that. Okay, there you go. I did it. Look at that. And then I just gotta reel it back in. Wow, folks. I did it. I know you probably couldn't have seen it, you know, but I did. And look how far out I am already. Isn't that something? Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to hold the line here. I'm going to bring that across, and then I'm just going to... There it is. Wow. Good old Dick. Dick would be so happy knowing that I'm using his fishing reel. You know what? Even if I don't catch a fish, it doesn't really matter. You know, it really doesn't matter. I mean, obviously I'd love to catch a fish, but even if I don't, Yeah. Now I don't know how fast I'm supposed to reel this thing in. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't paddle my way out. Well, they're still out there a ways, these guys. You see, they're out there. And I don't know, that guy, I don't know what he's fishing with, but anyway, I'm just gonna kick my way out and we'll be back. I see that group of fishermen down the bank. It looks like they're calling it a night, and I'm going to as well. And I didn't catch a fish, but you know what? Like I said, it doesn't matter. I did learn, or I guess relearn, how to use a spin reel. I guess that's what you call it. I learned how to use the spin reel, and you know, interestingly enough, it's rather easy kicking around with these fins in this U-boat. It's rather comfortable, and I'd imagine on a nice day, you know, nice day being, you know, sun being out and the fish rising, so to speak, I would imagine that it would be just really wonderful. You could just sit out here, bring a lunch, and just kind of chill. So, all right, folks, have a great day. Okay, take care.